What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. My name's Kiana and thank you for making me a part of your day. For today's video, I'm going over I know this doesn't look easy, but I'm going over three easy basic liner looks that you can add to or change up however you want to. It's really good for beginners, really easy graphic liner. So a lot of this video is going to be me just showing you little outlines, and then you can kind of change them up however you want. Like this look was just a big black wing and it turned into, you know, something else. So I'm just showing you your building blocks basically. But you will see me in this video using a lot of just the Suva Beauty Hydro Liners because they're the easiest in terms of wiping them off for the video, and they're pretty easy to apply. I love them. You just use a little bit of water. I'll put a couple spritzes of water in the cap of the liner itself, and then I will dip into it with my brush. I also use little paint brushes for liner, or I'll use the Suva Beauty brush, which is my favorite. It's so thin, you guys. That's something I think I mentioned later on, but using a thinner brush is going to help you out with your liner because you can kind of just draw things out without it getting too crazy at first. So that's definitely important. If you guys want to see me teach you some things about graphic liner, then just keep on watching. First looky look that we're gonna do, I guess I'll use green because I used red in the actual look I posted. So let's switch it up a little bit. So the first look, the first liner I'm gonna try, or not try, I've done it before. So I guess the first liner I'm gonna do, it makes me think of toothpaste. You know, like a nice swirl of toothpaste, because in the past I've done it with multiple colors, but this last time I didn't do that. I just did one color and left negative space in between. Sorry, I'm cleaning my brush. So I'm gonna take my Suva liner. This is the green one. It's in fanny pack. I use these every time I do my makeup, so I should know the names by now, but you know, we don't have to talk about it. So I'm gonna do it on this side. I'll do a different one on this eye. Okay, so this liner style reminds me of kind of the outline of a cut crease. So I'm gonna do liner from the very inner point of my eye up, kind of following the shape of this curve, and then halfway, and then underneath it I'll do the bottom, you know? I'll show you, and I might have to stop talking while I do it, but that's okay. So that's the initial line, and I just start out by drawing out thin lines first. So I'm gonna do the other part. Cool, so that's what we're gonna start with. As you can see, there's a very tiny amount of space in there. The reason it makes me think of toothpaste, I think, is because of this shape right here and how they overlap. I don't know, but basically this is the starting point, and you can have any sort of starting point. You can start with dots. I've seen Vanessa do that, cut creaser on everything. She's super dope, but sometimes she'll do dots to plan out where she wants her liner to go. I just do a thin line because I like my lines to have a stretch, I guess I'll just show you. But this line is as thin as I could make it with this little brush. I usually use a Suva brush or random paint brushes, and then what I'll do is in the middle points I'll add and make it a little bit thicker, if that makes sense. This is why it's okay, because if you have a smaller brush and your initial lines are thinner and then you want to add that depth, then you still won't make your liner too thick, you know? And so I made the line thicker, and now I'm just gonna taper the tail end of it. Like that. That's not so bad. I think you guys can do that, especially because this one is just really dependent on the shape of your eye. so you can play around with it a lot, and it's fun to wear with the lashes. It looks really, really cool. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna make this middle part of this line a little thicker. Okay, my camera cut off because my phone storage is whack, and even though I delete stuff, it says I don't have enough to record video, but I did finish it. I just made this little part thicker and then like extended the tails again like I did on the first part to make it taper off. And that's it. You can put like eyeshadow underneath this. You can put whatever you want, really. But yeah, I like this one just because it makes my lid space look way bigger. Like I have such a hooded crease, but it doesn't look like that. And also you can just play around with a lot of colors. It's very bold. But that's the first one. I'm not gonna do lashes for these first two just because I'm gonna have to wipe them off anyway. Sorry about it. I hope you guys can forgive me. The next one I'm gonna do is a personal, well, these are all personal faves. I shouldn't even say that. But the next one I'm going to do is what I like to call the Uno card. Yeah, because you know how like Uno cards have that framing on the corners? It makes me think of that. Whenever I posted the initial look, someone on TikTok said that it looked like an Uno card and I could never unsee it. So now that's like what I refer to this shape as. But for this one, I'm going to put like eyeshadow underneath. I'm going to take the ABH Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1 and just like put a random color on my eyelid. I guess this one. I'm just like going in. I'm going to put that all over my lid. I'm going to take this orange liner on top. This is Acid Trip, and for this you're gonna frame your eye. So I'm gonna do like liner down here in the bottom and then liner up here under my brow. So I'm gonna start with like a small wing. You could do any size wing you want, I guess, but for me, for the balance in this look, I like to do outer corner of my eye into the middle, and then this like top piece will end here and come down into the inner part of my eye. So I'm going to take this liner and start like in the middle of my eye. Right there, that's where I want it to end. So I'm just going to make a wing from there. And then I'm going to do, I guess I'll do 3 dots so you can kind of see how to map it out. So I want this top piece to end here. This should be the corner, and then I want it to come down here. So I got the 3 dots here, here, and here. And what I'm gonna do is connect them and just make like a right-ish angle up there. And then I want to make like a curve on the inner part of this angle. So I want the ends to be pretty thin. So what I'm going to do is connect from the middle of each line, if that makes sense. So I'll go from here, and this middle piece will kind of like follow the curve, the type of curve that this one does. And with all of these options, like they're just basic starter shapes that I like, that I kind of like made up while I was sitting here doing my makeup one day, and I don't know, I think they're really easy to do, but they look harder than they are. And from there, like from here, you can always add. As you can see, the last thing I have here is like a wing liner with some little spice to it. I prefer to do a really, really, really big wing, and people when I've done this in the past have really liked it, so I thought I'd just include it in this video so you can see how I do it, because I've never fully explained how I get this ginormous wing. So what I'm gonna do first is draw the bottom of my wing on my outer corner. So I'll start right here and follow the angle of my lower lash line. Something like that. And then I am going to extend my inner corner, so I'm going to draw out the bottom of that part as well. And I try to keep these lines pretty thin, so I'm using my pinky to rest my hand on my face so that my brush strokes are more steady. And then what I'm going to do is just take this outer wing and just like try to bring it as far as I can. kind of like that. I did blink halfway through, so that's whatever. And then I'm just gonna make it bigger. I don't really have any like tips on how big you should make the wing. That really just depends on your eye shape. Sometimes I take it all the way up into this little like piece that creases right here, like you can't really see it there. But yeah, however bold you're feeling, do that. I thought that wings like this were really scary to do, but they're actually a lot of fun and they make me feel kind of powerful, you know? What kind of confident bitch is gonna wear this wing out, you know? I want to be that girl. So this is like the basic liner shape for the video. I think that a giant wing is graphic, I don't know, especially when you add to it. So like for here I just did a little outline, so I'm gonna do that real quick on this eye, if I can find my brush. And I'm using, the black liner that I used is the Suva liner in the shade Grease, and this orange one again is Acid Trip. So I'm just gonna start by going along the bottom. I'm leaving negative space in there as well. Bring that up, and then I actually brought it under my eye as well, so. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the top. I feel like I might add more to this, but yeah, I guess that's it, because the basic point of this one was to show you the wing, and then you can add whatever you want from there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and peace out. I will be back for the outro or whatever. I gotta put on lashes. Okay, as y'all can see, I was really vibing with the liner. I haven't done it in a long time, so I got a little carried away. This is not simple by any means, but that doesn't mean you can't do the liner and then, you know, end up somewhere like this. I believe in you. So, thank you for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful or fun to watch or anything. I'm trying to be better at these, so, you know, baby steps. But if you like any of these liners and you want to try them out, or you do try them out and you add to them, I want to see what you guys create. So just tag me on Instagram if you're not following me there already, and let me know in the comments any other videos you want to see from me, if you guys want to see more like liner videos and things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on my other socials at Kiana Mitchell _ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Now, I didn't have that username on TikTok before. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!